In this video, I'll be ranking every new fruit in Blox Fruits Update 28, the Halloween update. So that means we're gonna be ranking the tiger, werewolf, and everything. So let's get started. Here's gonna be our full tier list right here. We have Perfecto, Amazing, Good, Mid, and Trash. If you guys don't know, Trash is the worst, and then Perfecto is gonna be the best. So the first fruit we're gonna start off with here is Rocket. Hey, this fruit, we all know this fruit. It's mid. It's nothing too crazy. It's pretty decent, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And this tier list is gonna be about PvP and grinding. Please, guys, take that to note. PvP and grinding together. So it's gonna be a mixture, okay? You can also fly with this fruit too. So we're gonna be putting this fruit into mid, okay? I don't think it's trash. It's just a mid, all right? For our next fruit here, we have Spin. Hey, Spin is not really that bad. It's actually pretty good for PvP. Well, not pretty good. It's just decent. It's something you can use. And for grinding, I guess it's okay. I mean, you can do that move and you can just hold this down and stack them all up. So, hey, this fruit it's not the worst fruit, but it's not the best fruit. So we'll go ahead and put this either up or below Rocket. We're just gonna put it below Rocket, all right? And now it's time for the next fruit, which is gonna be Blade. Hey, the Blade fruit is actually pretty dang good for a common fruit. Hey, it does have M1s, which for you little beginners, it's going to be very good for grinding because you can literally just spam M1 on the NPCs. And it also does have a special feature where if they have a sword, they literally cannot hit you. So that makes it good for PvP and grinding, okay? But hey, these moves right here are pretty trash, I'm not going to lie. But hey, it's not bad at all. So hey, this could go at the very top of mid or very bottom of good, okay? So I'm gonna put this at the very bottom of good, but that's the farthest this is going, bro. That's the farthest it's going, just because you can literally just completely mog sword users. But for our next fruit is Spring. Arguably one of the worst fruits in the entire game. I don't even think it's an argument, to be honest. This fruit right here literally has like the worst moves in the game. Like, bro, how does that even miss? Bro, these moves are literally so bad. I don't even know what you would use this for. I mean, I guess you could use it to troll around and just bounce off walls. So yeah, this fruit is garbage. And we all know where this is going. Trash, bro. This is gonna be at the very bottom of trash. Nothing comes freaking close to this. But next up we have here is the Bomb rework. Hey, the Bomb fruit, it did get a rework. But to be honest, y'all, the rework kinda sucked. I'm not gonna lie. It low-key got kind of worse than the previous bomb because, dude, I swear the old bomb was a lot better because this move could go way farther and everything. But hey, bomb for PvP, I wouldn't use it, but for grinding, I think it's actually really good because you can literally use M1s now. Apparently there's M1s. Not only that there's M1s, you can like stack up all the NPCs. So if I go ahead and stack all these guys right here, you can actually like jump in the air and just hold this down and then literally just kill all the NPCs easily. So hey, for grinding, it's actually pretty nice, but PvP, no. So for that, I'll probably put it at the very, very bottom of good, just because of the grinding aspect. For PvP, this thing is probably going to be going all the way down here or something, but yeah. We have to be fair and combine both the aspects together, grinding and PvP, so hey, whatever. Before our next fruit is going to be Smoke. Hey guys, the Smoke fruit is actually pretty nice for beginners because look it, you literally cannot get hit. You literally have a Logia effect, and this is like a common fruit, so a common fruit having a Logia effect is really good for beginners. It's also insanely good for grinding because you literally just can't get hit. If you just hold this F move down and just freaking fly around using this, then the NPCs are literally cooked. They're literally just gonna get freaking destroyed. So yeah, it's pretty decent. And also for PvP, it's actually viable in PvP because if you do X, C, Z, that all goes together, but it's definitely not recommended, but you could use it for PvP if you wanted to. So for this reason, it's either going below bomb or above bomb. I'm gonna put it below bomb, okay? Maybe I should probably added an extra tier here, to be honest, because these are making these fruits look way too good. Okay, y'all, I made a few adjustments here. I added an okay tier list here, just below the mid one. So yeah, this actually looks a lot better now. So let's continue ranking on. Here's the Spike fruit. For the Spike fruit, there's nothing really insane about this. I mean, it could be pretty decent for grinding. It's also pretty decent for PvP because this X move right here is a really good combo extender. And this spiky ball is pretty trash, but I mean, you could stack up all the NPCs with it. It does a little bit of damage. So this thing's just gonna go below spin. Okay, sorry. But next up, we have the flame fruit. We're starting to get better fruits now. Hey, this fruit right here, the awakening version, we're gonna be talking about the awakening versions. We're not gonna be talking about the base versions. It actually has a Logia effect, as you guys can see. So if you are grinding, they cannot hit you unless the NPCs do have hockey, which is probably in the higher C's. But yeah, this thing has pretty good moves, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually more so for the PvP users. I wouldn't say it's too good for grinding. But I mean, you could literally just stack up all the NPCs and then just do Flame V right here. And then, hey, that does decent damage. So that wouldn't be too bad. But it's definitely not ideal for grinding. So we're gonna put this at like the very bottom of good, okay? That sounds about right. But next up is the ice fruit. Hey, the ice fruit is actually a fan favorite of the noobs who like to use it in PvP because, dude, anyone can use ice in PvP. It's such an easy combo. Literally, all you do is just V, and then you just want to do the C scale and then Z, and it's just so easy. So this is definitely one of the best and easiest fruits to get started with in PvP. And for grinding, it's nothing crazy for grinding. It does have a Logia, so that's always good. And also some M1s, which is really good with Logia effects because you can just spam M1s on these guys. So yeah, it's not even bad for grinding, yo. This is like the all-around good starter fruit. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm gonna have to give this fruit an amazing. I'm sorry, but this is going into amazing. Just because of how versatile it is and how beginner friendly, bro. Like, this thing is very good for beginners, bro. And even the people in late game. But next up is going to be the sand fruit. And the sand fruit right here is definitely not ideal for grinding at all. But actually, it could be decent for grinding. But more so, it's more effective for PvP. So, hey, are you going to see all the tryhards using this or even beginners using this? Because it does have a pretty easy combo you can do. And you can't forget, it does also have a Logia effect. So, you literally cannot get hit by NPCs. But yeah, for grinding, this thing is pretty trashy. I mean, you can do this and to X or something. But the C skill and the V skill are probably going to be the best for grinding. So, this thing's just gonna go either above flame or below flame. I'm not quite sure. They're very freaking close to each other. I'm just gonna put it below flame, all right? Mainly because you can do like a crazy one-shot combo with flame 2, like the same as sand, but sand does have better combo starters. You can either put it above or below. They're basically like the same thing, but sand is very good for PvP. Next up, we have the dark fruit. Hey, dark, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty outdated. All the people in like Thirsty like to use this as like a beginner, like freaking fruit that become a sweat in PvP. But hey, for grinding, it's nothing nuts. I mean, you could stack the NPCs up and then just like hit them both with this and then do this and then a V skill or something. But hey, I wouldn't say it's bad for grinding, and it also does have a Logia effect, so that's pretty nice too. And a very good movement skill that's very good for PvP. So I would put this probably below sand at the very bottom of this tier list, or even in mid. But I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt and put it below sand, okay? But next fruit, we actually have the eagle. Despite the wings being bugged, this fruit was actually pretty broken now, I'm not gonna lie. Because they did some crazy buffs to it. Basically, with the buffs, you can literally fly, and then the damage of the M1s got increased by a ton. So you're gonna be doing a lot of damage on M1s. And you can literally just camp in the air and then just kill all these guys. So not only that, it's pretty good for grinding, it's very good for PvP as well, because, bro, it's literally like a scum fruit. It's literally, you can just sit in the air, just spam all you want, and the flight speed got buffed too, so you're flying way faster. So yeah, this fruit is actually pretty annoying to verse now, and is also really good for grinding because of the auto track and M1s. You can also hold them, and it does more damage. So yeah, this fruit is actually nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at the very top of good, or at the bottom of amazing. Hey, I'm gonna chill out on the Glazon Eagle. I'm gonna put it at the very top of good, but that fruit is actually good now, I'm not gonna lie. Before our next fruit is gonna be diamond. Hey, diamond, guys, this fruit is pretty bad now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, you do get a good damage reduction, which is pretty nice, but the moves just got gutted, man. This thing is trash for PvP now. But I mean, I guess you could say it's decent for grinding. The nerfs didn't really affect the grinding aspect of it, but it really severely affected PvP. It does have a little traversal M1, but hey, I'm not gonna lie, this thing's probably gonna either go above dark or below it. Probably below it, or even in the mid tier. I don't even know. We'll just put it at the very bottom of good tier. But that thing's pretty trash now. I'm only keeping it there because of damage reduction. But hey, it's now time for light fruit. Hey, the light fruit, this is what everyone uses when they first start out in the game. I mean, I don't blame them because it's very good. It does have a Logia effect. Can't forget about that. This thing's actually pretty decent, bro. I see why a lot of people use this as the beginning because it does have M1s and a Logia effect. We all know the starter beginners love that. But yeah, we can't also forget it's pretty decent for PvP as well. So this fruit is pretty just decent, pretty good. And you can't forget about the flying aspect because, dude, you can literally just travel to other islands because as a beginner, the boats are so slow. This thing can go above flame. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good rating. So yeah. Next up is the rubber fruit. Hey, for rubber, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dang mid. The only thing good about it, I would say, is that you are immune to guns. So if anyone hits you with any gun skills like Skull Guitar Z or anything, or Skull Guitar M1, it will not hit you. That's really good about it. Rubber can not only just counter guns, it can also counter the lightning fruit. We all know the lightning fruit is literally straight up brain dead and brainless, man. So yeah, that's probably gonna boost his rankings a little bit as well. But hey, these moves are pretty mid, I'm not gonna lie. Except for when you pulled him with Spiky Trident into the rush skill, which could be very good because it does do a lot of damage. But hey, this fruit doesn't stand out too much. So I'm just gonna put it above the diamond fruit, okay? I think it's a little bit better than diamond because of the gun thing, so hey, whatever. Next up is the ghost fruit. Hey, for the ghost fruit, it does have one specific thing that's really great about it, is that when you actually die, you will actually get it revived. But hey, I don't know if I can show it off because this NPC literally does no damage. Wait, you guys probably know what I mean. You just die, you get extra life, bro. Simple. You also get these clones, which actually do the same moves as you, which could be very annoying to fight, and they can actually tank moves for you. So if an enemy is fighting you, they can literally just hit the NPCs instead. Hey, for grinding, this thing's not really the best, but for PvP, I would say it's pretty decent. So for the revive, I'm probably just gonna put it either above rubber or below, but I'm probably gonna put it below rubber because rubber can literally counter lightning users, which in this video, I'll be telling you what the rating for lightning is. But next up is the magma fruit. Hey, for Magma, yo, the awakened version is actually very, very, very nice for PvE, not PvP. So for grinding, this thing's gonna be busted, yo. Because literally, look at this, bro. If I just stack them all up and then you just hold down magma showers, bro, they're just evaporated. You can also do all three of these moves, and trust me, bro, they are not surviving now, okay? But for PvP, I would say it's not the best, but it's okay. You can do some combos here and there. Also has good mobility when you like press F and unequip it to your fighting style. This ranking's probably gonna go into the good tier above light, mainly because of the PvP. I mean, this would go like all the way up into S or even amazing tier if we weren't talking about PvP. But yeah, PvP lowered it down quite a bit, so we're gonna put it right there. But next up is the Quake fruit. Hey, we just checked out Magma, which was for grinding, but Quake, this is for PvP, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you could use this for grinding sometimes, for like AFK macroing NPCs if you would like, but that's all that's really good for grinding. It's not really the best for grinding at all. But for PvP, this is very beginner friendly and very nice. But the grinding aspect's gonna take it down quite a bit. I mean, hey, these moves are pretty good. Nothing crazy though. You can also do this move, switch your fighting style. It'll do more damage if you have more mastery on it. But for all those reasons, I'm probably just gonna put it above the dark, okay? Because I would prefer using this over dark in PvP. But for PvE, I'll probably use dark. So it's just confusing, bro. Whatever. I don't know. But next up is the Buddha fruit. Okay, we might have our first perfecto. Hey, this Buddha fruit right here is nuts, okay? It's literally the most annoying fruit to verse in PvP and probably the best. No, it is the best fruit for grinding. Bro, there's nothing that competes with this for grinding. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this thing is just so busted. Bro, when I first started this game, I got a Buddha fruit. I literally got max level in like a week, bro. And I didn't even know what I was doing in the game. All I did was just spam quests, do this. And yeah, it was that easy, bro. And I was also destroying max levels as level 700 with Buddha, bro, when I wasn't even experienced in the game. So that's how OP it is for PvP. It may not be skilled for PvP, but it definitely is pretty brain dead. We also can't forget about these moves right here for Buddha fruit main. They're also pretty nice as well. And yeah, but the main thing you want to do is put your stats into melee and just spam M1. You can't forget about the damage reduction, but you take like no damage as Buddha, bruh. So use this with Ghoul and you're never gonna die, okay? This is easily going into Perfecto. No one can tell me otherwise. I'm not gonna lie. This ice fruit probably can go down, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, we're just gonna keep it there just because of how much it helped beginners PvP. But next up is gonna be the love fruit. Hey guys, for the love fruit, this fruit is actually not bad at all, even though I've not seen anyone use it since the Valentine's update. But you can literally just sit in the air, spam skills. So hey, this fruit is pretty nice for PvE. Like grinding is really good, but for PvP it's decent. It's actually pretty decent. It has really good combos, so you really can't go wrong with this fruit. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. You also have this little best friendo who actually helps you in fights. But yeah, these combos are kind of nice. So if you just do X, C, and then do your fighting style and stuff, this thing can be broken. All right. So for that reason, I'm probably gonna have to put it above Magma. Okay, it's kind of like the same thing as Eagle, but I would say Eagle's better for PvP, even though Love has better combos. But Magma, I'm sorry, Magma, it had to happen because, dude, you're pretty trash for PvP, so, but you're insanely good for PvE. But next is gonna be the creation fruit. Hey, I don't know why this thing still hasn't got its like upgrade from the scientist yet, which is pretty confusing. But hey, this fruit, I'm not gonna lie, it's not really the best if I'm being honest. I mean, it's only really good for like passive players, like people who just want to have fun and build stuff, like the building mode. If we go into the building mode here, you can literally just build stuff. So yeah, we can just do this, bro. Hold on, let me try doing some Fortnite 90s. So if we just do this, come on, Fortnite 90s. Yep, look at these Fortnite 90s, bro. Come on. Hey, I used to play Fortnite back in the days, bro. Come on. And yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But for PvP, this thing's pretty trash. I mean, Magic City, you can have fun and do this and be annoying. It's not really good for PvE or PvP, if I'm being honest. We can just put this fruit above Chop, I guess, man. But now it's time for the spider fruit. This fruit has been out the meta for ages. I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw someone using spider. But yeah, you would not use this fruit for PvE at all. Do not use this to grind because this thing is trash, bro. But hey, for PvP is the only thing people use it for because this overheated snipe is pretty good. There also is a awakened version of this, but I don't think it's better than overheated snipe. I'm pretty sure you can also aimbot or overheated snipe, but yeah, this thing is just only for PvP, and even then it's pretty mid for PvP as well. But I mean, I guess you could be Spider-Man. So I'm either gonna put this probably above creation, I think. It's mainly because of the PvP aspect of it. But now it's time for the sound fruit. Hey guys, the only good thing about sound I really like is the C move, because it's literally like a better version of Diamond now, because dude, this thing does so much damage and it breaks their Ken Hockey. The other moves are alright, I guess. I mean, they're decent. You also have this little tempo meter that charges up when you do skills, or if you just hold this F skill. I mean, it gives you pretty decent buffs. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. The ultimate, I don't really like this ultimate. I guess it's like probably only for PvE. I mean, even then, like the ultimate was like missing somehow. I don't know how. But yeah, the only thing you really want to use on sound is the C skill, because hey, it's pretty decent for grinding and also pretty decent for PvP. Hey, for this sound fruit, I'm probably gonna put it above dark. Okay, it could be anywhere here. I wouldn't get mad at anyone for putting it there. But next up is the phoenix fruit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have still yet to awaken this fruit. Yes, I know, man, I'm just too lazy to even level this thing up. But hey, I have the first move and like a few other moves. I think the blue flames as well, but I do not have the transformation, unfortunately. Hey, I'll probably get it soon. I don't have this fruit permanent, so that's probably part of the reason. And I literally have no more physical fruits of it, so I just used my last one, which makes it pretty annoying to awaken. But yeah, this fruit, actually, if I had this thing fully awakened, I'd probably get it a better rating. But hey, you can probably just heal up in the air and just get your freaking healings that easily, bro. It's that OP, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So hey, let me go ahead and take some damage real quick from these NPCs so I can show you guys how OP the healing is. All right, I think he got me low enough. Just take a look at my HP bar. If I just hold this thing down, look how fast it goes up. Even though it takes your stamina, but that doesn't even matter. You can probably just use Kitsune ribbon and then you'll probably just never die. Okay, I'm probably gonna put this fruit above dark. If I had the full transformation, it'll probably be even more OP. I'll probably put it even higher on this tier list, probably even above Eagle or in the amazing tier list. But I literally personally have never used the awakened version yet, so whatever. But next up, we're gonna be trying out the portal fruit. Hey, the portal fruit, this is every PvPer's dream fruit. We all love portal, man. Every PvPer, you have to use this fruit. But the only thing that's not too good about it is that if you use the fruit stats, it's pretty trash, and for grinding it is really trash. Okay, for grinding this thing sucks, but for PvP with sword stats, this thing is busted. Okay, literally has like the best move in the game, and you can literally just travel anywhere you like, bro. Literally simple, but it did get like a little nerf with that, I'm not gonna lie. So you can't run as crazily as before, but you can still run pretty often. And you can't forget about this V skill right here. Literally Gojo's domain. Hey, I'm sorry, but even though it's trash for grinding, I have to take PvP into perspective. This is literally like an S tier for PvP, bro. Literally S tier, obviously. But I'm gonna put this above ice, okay? But for grinding, this thing is trash. I'm not gonna lie. But PvP, it just carries it so much. It'll be criminal putting it below in like good or something, bro. Yeah, we'll just keep it there. Don't hate me, guys. It's just really bad for grinding. But next up is the lightning fruit. Oh man, we got something to talk about here. This lightning fruit got reworked and turned into one of the most brain dead fruits in the game. Hey, I would say this fruit was actually pretty skilled last time, but hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that skilled anymore, if I'm being honest. This thing is not skilled at all. Because, bro, look at this V move. It's literally an instant come down, and it literally just breaks your Kenhaki, and you can combo extend off of it for some reason. This thing is one of the best PvP fruits now. It also has these F skills that you can travel. You actually have 4 of them now, and they come back pretty dang fast, I'm not gonna lie. And also has some pretty good features for grinding as well. So if you do the X move and then keep doing that, the NPCs are literally just gonna get forever hit, and yeah, that is pretty OP for grinding, man. I'm not gonna lie. There's literally nothing. This is like one of the best fruits in the game now. I'm not gonna lie. And bro, it even has M1s as well that you can hold. But hey, the M1s are not that strong. You can just tap it though, and they literally can't do anything. It's just getting infinitely stunned. You also can't forget, you literally cannot get hit by NPCs who do not have hockey. So this thing's a low gift fruit too. I'm sorry, but this is gonna have to go above Buddha because of the PvP aspect, and it's really good for grinding as well too. I'm sorry, but this thing is broken. But now it's time for the pain fruit. Hey, for pain, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it does not compare to lightning. This thing is okay for grinding, I would say. I wouldn't say it's the best for grinding. I mean, the M1s are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, the NPCs literally cannot even attack me, bro. What the heck are these M1s? Yo, these M1s are tough. And you can also get this Fury Jab off, which does a ton of damage as well. And these M1 hitboxers are crazy too. There's many variants of pain. You can literally do the F. This thing's pretty decent for PvP as well. If you hold this thing, you can also run away when you have max pain meter as well. But yeah, this thing is actually pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's better than lightning though, but yeah, it does have some pretty cool variants. So for those reasons, I'm gonna have to put it below portal fruit, okay? In the amazing tier. Pain fruit is pretty good, don't get me wrong, man. But next up, it's time for blizzard. Hey, this fruit is actually pretty nice. There's nothing bad about it. I wouldn't put it in like trash tiers or anything. But yeah, this fruit is nice. It literally has a Logia effect as well. So I don't know if these NPCs have hockey, but yeah, they can't hit me at all, okay? We're in the 3rd seed too. They literally still can't hit me. But yeah, it also has a very good grinding move, like the F skill right here. You can literally just attract all the NPCs and they can do anything. And we can't forget about one more thing, which is the blizzard domain, okay? This thing is very good for grinding as well. And also has some decent combos for PvP, but I would say this is more of a grinding fruit than for PvP. This fruit's probably gonna just go right before light because hey, I do love light for PvP. I would say light is better than this for PvP, but hey, this could go above light or below light. But magma grinding is just too strong, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But now it's time for the gravity fruit. We all know this fruit got reworked and is now pretty good. Hey, the rework on gravity brought this thing right back to life, man. This thing's actually pretty nasty now. This X move is really good for PvP, and this thing can also be pretty good for grinding too, because hey, you can literally just do all these AoE thingies, and also this little flying skill where you can actually just use the skills on this as well, and they won't be able to touch you as well, which is pretty nice too. So hey, you can't really go wrong with this gravity fruit. And we can't forget about the V move. This thing has a very large AoE, and it's gonna hit everyone. And we can forget about one more thing about gravity, that it has this gravitational force, which will actually give you an ultimate skill. I'll show you guys in just a second here. It does have 2 ultimate skills, but I'm just going to show you guys one. The C move ultimate is just literally from Pain from Naruto. It does like a little rock move. And to do this ultimate, I think you just got to click or right click. Yeah, there we go. And it'll do this crazy cutscene. So yeah, this thing is pretty cool, man. There's nothing really bad about it at all. This thing's busted, okay? We're going into out of Earth to spawn meteors. Like, what the heck? So for this reason, this thing is probably gonna go either into amazing or into this tier. But we're probably gonna put it above portal and amazing, okay? Because of the grinding aspect. But now it's time for Mammoth. We're going back to trash now. Hey, this fruit right here, man, I haven't seen anyone use this in forever, man. This fruit is like so meta, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing really good about it except for like when you transform, and you can literally just get transformed without no fury meter or anything. So I would say this is pretty good for grinding, I would say. because you could also hold this F move, which never gets canceled, and you can literally just kill all the NPCs around you. So I mean, I guess that's good about it, but other than that, it's pretty trash for PvP and stuff. So I'll put this thing just below Ghost, okay? But next up is gonna be the T-Rex fruit. Oh, this fruit is actually must, man. Literally the better version of Mammoth. This thing is really, really good for PvP. I love this fruit for PvP. Look at that, bro. You also get a bunch of fairy meter. You can also M1 as well, which is very good as well too. So yeah, this thing is not bad at all. And the transformation, can't forget about this, bro. Really good M1s. Like, look at that. Almost killed this level 1625 NPC with the 1 M1 chain. But yeah, this thing is very good, okay? Yeah, this is probably going to go into S tier, probably below Buddha, okay? But yeah, now it's time for Dough. This fruit used to be like the strongest PvP fruit. But hey, with the new fruits being added, it's no longer the strongest PvP fruit. But this thing is still crazy, man, and is still very valuable. But for grinding, hey, it's decent for grinding. I wouldn't say it's anything crazy. It does have a Logia effect, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at that. This fruit, you cannot go wrong with Dough. This fruit's probably going to go above T-Rex, mainly because, dude, the PvP is just so good on it. So yeah, we're gonna keep it there. And now it's time for a Shadow. This fruit probably needs a rework, okay? This fruit, man, it should have probably got a rework for Halloween instead of Tiger. But hey, this fruit, I used to main it back then. I love this fruit. It's still very good for PvP at least, and also pretty good for grinding if you actually think about it, because the V skill, you just do that. You can just hold this F skill as well, and they're literally kind of cooked, man. I'm not gonna lie. So hey, it's not even bad for grinding. It literally has the OP combo where you do this into the Yama X, so you literally just can't forget about that. So I'm probably gonna put this below Eagle fruit, because Eagle, you guys should see the new Eagle, bro. This thing's actually crazy, bro. And next up is Venom. Hey, Venom, this fruit probably needs a rework as well. Definitely more than Shadow. This thing has been so outdated, bro, but it's still pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The Toxic Fog, this transformation is pretty trash. That's what needs a rework. It literally looks so dumb, bro. If you look at this, bro, like, yeah, this thing is like way too outdated, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The fairy meter runs out way too quick as well every time you use a move. And think about Tiger, bro. That thing literally has infinite mode and everything. So Venom is very outdated and definitely some type of rework. But still, this is probably gonna go below Ice, mainly because the ice combos are too crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But next up is Control, another fruit that needs to be reworked. This fruit is extremely outdated, and also people literally just run out the control room. I feel like they should do a change where the control room actually follows you, and where every time you dash, it just moves along with you for like a rework or something. That'll be much better. Every time I use this fruit, bro, it literally, they just run out. Hey, all the moves are pretty mid, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not good for grinding. There's nothing really good about this. That's a Gamma Rush, I guess. That's probably for PvP. But yeah, this fruit is neither that good for PvP or PvE. I mean, you could spam teleports like this and be annoying. That's probably why people run out people's control rooms. So hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna put this above Quake. You guys may hate me for that, but dude, this fruit needs a rework, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But next up is Gas. Okay, now we're back to fruits that don't need reworks. Hey, for Gas, it does have really good PvP moves like that. Move really good after like God Human Seer or something. The X skill is pretty nice too. Just this fruit is pretty good. Nothing too crazy, but also does have M1s. And I think it is a Logia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is a Logia. Let me see. Actually, he keeps hitting me. Okay, yeah, it is a Logia. They can't hit you with their M1s or anything. But now it's time for the transformation. This thing actually got buffed quite a bit ago. It gives you 50% damage reduction now, and the M1's got like a M1 range increase. Like, look at that, bro. This thing actually hits so far away, bro. What the heck? This form is crazy, and you barely run out of the gas meter, because I think every time you hit people, it just goes up. So you can basically be in this form forever while grinding. So this thing is crazy, bro. What the heck? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this thing can go right into S tier, probably either above Dough or T-Rex. I'm just probably gonna put it above Dough, mainly because of the grinding factor of it, and you can use it for PvP as well, and you can just spam the transformation if you really wanted to in PvP. But now it's time for Spirit. Hey, this fruit is pretty outdated now, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still really good. Actually, it's not that outdated. They actually got reworked, I think, like a while ago, but it's still like the same thing. You can also spawn these spirits that heal you or can damage the NPCs. This fruit is very insane for PvP, I won't lie. I would definitely use it for PvP still. And you can also hold this X skill. This fruit's probably gonna go right above Ice. Okay, I'll probably put it above Ice. But yeah, now it's time for our first rework fruit, which is Tiger of this update. Okay, Hey, Tiger is now busted, bro. With the new buffs they actually gave this fruit, this thing is so OP now. So yeah, you can literally just do this. That move actually hits every time instead of just going right past them. You also have this move that actually can breaks too, and after mention. So everything is so good about this fruit now. We gotta talk about the transformation, bro. If we go to transformation, you can just use it anytime you want, which I find crazy for PvP and PvE. So yeah, this thing is really good now. And you also have like a secret fire meter form as well that we're gonna try out in just a second here. But yeah, look at this, bro. But before I do try that mode out, I do want to show you guys the ultimate skill that you can do with this. So yeah, look at that. Let me see how much the damage it does. It's probably not gonna do the max amount of damage, but hey, oh, 8,000 damage. Okay, it probably would have done more if the NPC had more HP. But yeah, that thing is pretty nuts. And these M1s are even more crazier too, bro. Like, look at this, bro. These things hit every time. And we have one more thing, which is this fire meter mode, which makes you faster and just buffs all your skills, bro. Like, this thing is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, we literally have like a whole cutscene F move there. So yeah, I know where this first going. This thing's definitely an S tier. I don't know if it's better than Buddha, but it could be better than Buddha. I don't know, man. This is hard. This is hard. Whatever. You guys may hate me for this. I'm putting it below Buddha, bro, because Buddha is just so OP for grinding, man. Now it's time for the werewolf fruit. Hey, this fruit right here is literally arguably like the same thing as Tiger, except for like the Z skill and like a few minor changes in the ultimate. But yeah, this is like the only thing that's different to Z skill. Only thing I would say about the Z skill is that it can be very like inconsistent and just not hit the NPCs or player at all. So if we just do this, and yeah, that bomb right there is just not very consistent. So if you do miss that move, it does take a lot of the damage out. But yeah, we already know all the moves look like, man. It's literally basically the same thing as Tiger. But yeah, let's check out the transformation now. I'm gonna try getting the ultimate real quick. But one thing about the Z skill, if you aim it down or like on a wall, it does way more damage. So hey, keep that in mind. So yeah, we have max fire meter now. We're gonna go ahead and do the ultimate. So yeah, if we just hold that down, it lasts way shorter, but it does do good damage. Pretty sure it does like the same damage or probably a little bit less than the Tiger one. I'm not quite sure though. But yeah, we also have body flicker. Let me see if this is different. I don't think it is. Okay, it actually is different. But hey, let's just go into fire meter ultimate right here. Yeah, there's not much changes in here. I'm pretty sure the F move is still the same. Yeah, basically the same. Finger revolver, we already know this is different. And yeah, literally everything's the same actually, but I'm not gonna lie. So hey, I don't really know what's different in here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna put this below Tiger because the Z skill is just not as good as Tiger. I'm gonna be honest. Now it's time for Yeti fruit. Hey, Yeti to this day is still busted and actually still competes with Tiger. It could be better, I don't know yet though. But like, look at this transformation, bro. This transformation is so annoying. Literally has the C skill that just instantly teleports to you. Also, damage reduction is nasty on here as well. That's just the formula. You can use that anytime you want. You don't need no fury meter or nothing, which is crazy. But yeah, the base form, I wouldn't say it's that good to be honest. The base form is pretty trash, but the transformation is literally what carries it. So this is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely can be better than Tiger, but just for now we're gonna put it below. We're just gonna put it below just because of the height, man. We're just gonna put it below. I'm not quite sure though. Now it's time for Kitsune. We're drawing near the end. Hey, Kitsune, this fruit still lives up to its name, bro. This thing is so OP for freaking PvP and everything. For like this combo right here, you just do this, C, F, and then you literally have a one-shot combo, basically. It's just so OP. The moves are super easy to land. One of the best base forms for like these fruits. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try getting our max skills real quick so we can show the transformation. And yeah, each shell you get, you actually do run faster too. That's a very cool passive. We have max skills and everything. So yeah, we can go transform. They did rebuff the Kitsune form to be faster now, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so this thing's still OP as heck, man. So yeah, you can literally just spam away. Yeah, this fruit is going to be very high in the tier list. To be honest with you guys, I'll probably put it even higher than Tiger. So yeah, we're just going to keep it there. It could be higher than Buddha, but hey, I'm not quite sure. We're going to put it there. But now it's time for our last two fruits, which is Dragon East and Dragon West. First up, we're going to be trying out Dragon East. We all know Dragon East and West, the base forms are the same. They're pretty similar. But I'm pretty sure Dragon West did get nerfed. But yeah, Dragon base form, I wouldn't say it's the craziest thing ever, but it's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But it's definitely not better than Kitsune base form for sure. It does also have M1s. So yeah, we're gonna build up our furry meter. This is where it shines, man. If we're counting like the furry meter alone, and you just get your furry meter and fight, this is probably gonna be the best in the game, I'm not gonna lie. All right, we have full transformation. This is where this fruit fully shines at, bro. We're gonna see which is better. Here we have the heat cannon. This is like the same thing on E, both of them, but Hey, we're gonna try this X skill now. This is where you just hold this, and yup, there you go. Literally that simple. We have also Scorch and Downfall. Hold this move and it hits everyone in the vicinity, bro. Literally no one's escaping this. And yeah, this thing's busted. I always thought Dragon West was better, but I don't know yet. I don't even know actually now. This Dragon Sword move is actually really good for Eastern, and it's just like free hit every single time. So your combo is literally just gonna be this. You're literally just gonna do the F skill, slam him down into the X move, and then hold down C, and then that's gonna be your combo. That's just gonna do a crazy amounts of damage. Only thing I would take from Dragon Eastern is the movement. The movement is pretty slow unless you're just running away with this. But yeah, I would say the Dragon West is definitely better in movement. We're of course putting this at the very top, mainly because of the transformation. But if we're talking about base forms, this is definitely not at the top. And for our last fruit is Dragon West. And we all know Dragon West is the same thing in base form. We're just gonna go ahead and get Fury Meter real quick. All right, it's time for the full transformation now. One thing I love about Dragon West is the movement. As you can see, it's not going too fast, but if we just press Draconic Sword, bro, this dude just starts flying, bro. You can literally just get away from anyone with this. We have the X move right there, which is so busted, just free damage. And in the C skill, this thing did get nerfed, I'm pretty sure, the hitbox, which is pretty sad. And yo, how is it hitting nobody? Did I even aiming on anyone? Okay, I don't even know. Hold on, we gotta aim this again. Let me just reset the cooldown and aim it right there. And oh my goodness, what happened to this fruit? Okay, so that's actually really sad. But yeah, we also have this F move as well, which is really nice. So that C move getting nerfed like that, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think I might have my answer, dude. Dragon West is probably officially worse than Dragon East. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that C skill was just not hitting for some reason. So this is the full tier list right here. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of you guys are gonna disagree, of course. Everyone has their own opinions, but this is for grinding and PvP. Please make sure to keep that into consideration. Like Portal Free right here, if we're doing a PvP tier list, this would be like all the way in S. This is a long video. It's me, your boy, and I'm out. Peace.